She's arguably the most famous and among the richest supermodels in the world. She's also an actress, activist, and cookbook author. But Gisele Bündchen has long said that she's wanted a big family and that being a mother is her greatest gift. And now, at age 44, she's reportedly pregnant again. In an exclusive, a source telling People, Bündchen and her boyfriend, 35-year-old jiu-jitsu instructor Joaquin Valente, are happy for this new chapter in their life, and they're looking forward to creating a peaceful and loving environment for the whole family. Shortly after her news broke, many noticed when Gisele's ex, retired NFL star Tom Brady, posted this video to his Instagram story, quoting lyrics from the song Landslide. The former couple share custody of 14-year-old Benny and Viviana, now 11. Gisele is also a stepmom to Brady's oldest son, Jack.
Ooh, I have the hottest gossip for you.
Gisele's reported baby news making headlines and lighting up social media.
Now she's having a baby with like this young guy.
The hosts of pop culture podcast The Toast giving their hot take.
I feel like also when a long-term couple breaks up, usually the man moves on, and if he's with someone younger, he's able to have more children if he wants to, but women biologically can't do it forever. And this is kind of turning the tables a little bit, that she's doing it.
All of it opening up a conversation about women getting pregnant later in life.
As women start to have a little bit more freedom with how they would like to fashion their career, or when they would like to actually make that decision to have a child, we are starting to see a lot more women making that decision to wait longer.
More American women are giving birth after age 40, rising 318% over the last 4 decades. Celebrities from Mindy Kaling to Rachel Weisz and Chloe Sevigny, who shared her joy with fans on Instagram, each well into their 40s when they delivered. Janet Jackson choosing to slow down when she became pregnant at 50.
My husband and I are planning our family, so I'm going to have to delay the tour.
Oscar winner Hilary Swank revealing her twin pregnancy on GMA at age 48.
This is something that I've been wanting for a long time, and my next thing is I'm going to be a mom. Woo!
I think when you see celebrities having children over the age of 40, it can actually start the conversation for other women who may have been considering this but didn't really know where to get the information, or maybe thought that that was unattainable.
Gisele, with her sizable following and influence, has long been a style icon. She was also part of one of the most famous power couples for more than a decade. She and Brady sparking paparazzi frenzy on red carpets and at football games alike. But in late 2022, after much public speculation, the couple announced that they were divorcing. Earlier this year, my colleague Robin Roberts sat down with Gisele.
It's definitely a time of a transition that had to take place, and it's not something that I don't think you wish for that, But I think sometimes in life things happen. I feel so blessed because, I wouldn't change anything in my life. I had incredible experiences. I learned so much. I have my children, which are the biggest blessings in my life. And now I get to create, it's a new season, it's a new chapter in my life, and I get to learn new things, and I get to walk my path in a different way, and I'm grateful for all of it. I'm grateful for every lesson.
Gisele shifting her focus to health and healing, sharing those lessons she learned.
Everything I've experienced, it made me realize what I want and what I don't want. I think when you're younger, you try to accommodate, and think what I learned in my life is about clear, current communication. I learn now how to communicate better. We also get raised sometimes saying oh, you have to, say these things or act a certain way, so then, you want to be liked. But in the end of the day, if you're not truthful to who you are, then it doesn't work, So I think I'm very committed to living my truth more than ever. So I would say that's what has been, where my heart is now, is where I am right now, is I'm living my truth and I'm not apologizing for it.
A source reportedly telling People that Gisele and Joaquin began dating in June 2023 after he'd been training the supermodel and her kids in self-defense. This video posted to Gisele's Instagram.
Don't ask me how I did it. I just did it. It was hard.
But it's not just celebrities. More and more women have taken to social media to share their experiences about becoming a mom later in life. Patty Avery Schmidt had 3 sons in her 20s and then says she struggled with infertility. Nearly 2 decades later, she had a daughter at age 45. And now more than 1 million people keep up with her family on TikTok and Instagram, where at times she claps back at those who criticize her for having a baby later in life.
The most carefully made plans can be completely out of our control, and it's mind-boggling to me that anyone could think a child has more or less right to exist based on the age of her mother.
When we think of increased age and what that might mean for increased risks during the pregnancy, that usually is going to start at the age of 35, but that actually escalates and increases after the age of 40. Now, those risks can include anything like high blood pressure during the pregnancy, any gestational diabetes, any issues with the actual labor process, and actual things such as premature birth and decreased birth weight. But it's also important to make sure that we still do align with our healthcare professionals and our OBGYNs to make sure that we are looking for the best outcomes in a healthy pregnancy.
And sometimes conception later in a woman's life means using donor eggs or IVF treatments, which can come with a hefty price tag, putting it out of reach for many.
These types of procedures can be quite costly. However, what we are starting to see is insurance companies and also companies are looking to cover some of these costs, whether that's with the actual procedure or the medications that are used.
For Deirdre Diener, all of the risks and costs were worth it. We first met her in 2019 as she was going through IVF at age 44.
I have waited my whole life, and I'm starting to get really nervous.
Deirdre spent her 20s and 30s climbing the corporate ladder, but the marketing exec says she also had ambitions about becoming a mother. So she decided to do it on her own as a single mom.
Let's talk about the financial burden, because thank goodness you had the means, but this is cost prohibitive for a lot of people.
Here's where my career actually worked in my favor. I was able to afford pretty much everything because I had worked so hard. I had set aside funds. So when they had said this is going to be about $15,000, I was lucky enough to be able to proceed with that.
10 days after her IVF procedure, Deirdre got the phone call she had been waiting for.
Congratulations.
Oh my gosh.
You are pregnant.
Now, Deirdre's 50 and a mother to 6-year-old Kelsey.
Happy birthday to you. My favorite thing in my life, full stop, end of story, is being a mother to this child. It's just what really energizes me in life and really gives me a purpose in my life.
Deirdre believes there are benefits to becoming a mom later in life.
One of the things that I have an advantage is that I'm trying to really prioritize the time, the moments. I was grinding when I was in my 20s and 30s in my career. I think if I had her then, it would be different because I was in that position. Now I feel like, I just turned 50 this year. I am able to balance a lot more.
Deirdre hopes her story could inspire others who might fear it's too late for them.
If you truly want to be a parent, just be open-minded about how you get there. There's opportunity to be able to do this in your 40s. We see women like Gisele and others that are now becoming pregnant at 44 and having success later in life in becoming parents. So just go for it. If this is your dream, make it happen.